I'm Nick Seco from Home Right Windows and Doors, and we're located in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. So we do vinyl replacement windows, we do steel and fiberglass entry doors, we do aluminum storm doors, and we do sliding patio doors, all made by Provia. The windows are a vinyl replacement window, and it could be anything from double hungs to casements to bay and bow windows and everything in between. So when somebody calls in the office and needs an estimate, they get Roxanne on the phone typically, and she would schedule an appointment for me to come out and take some measurements, provide some literature, go through what options we have, and then I would follow up within about 24 to 48 hours with an estimate with all the details of the products as well as the installed price. I find that we're typically much more affordable than the companies that you see advertising on TV or in a lot of other places. If they're spending a lot of advertising dollars, obviously they're passing those costs on to their consumers. You could go to our website at homerightwaynesboro.com, or you could call us at 717-749-4874.
Local and live, covering Franklin and Washington counties, it's Let's Talk TriState.
Welcome back to Let's Talk TriState, all powered by Home Right Windows and Doors in Waynesboro. The right choice online at homerightwaynesboro.com. This lovely face that you see, as you've seen many times, Donnie Souders, who is the mayor of Smithsburg, talking to us about Third in the Burg and everything that's going on in Smithsburg. But before we get there, how are things?
Things are good. I thought maybe you were going to do your own introduction there at the beginning.
For me?
You said lovely face, so that's why.
Oh, yes, yes. You know this lovely face and this one too.
Yeah, exactly. So, no, things are great. Still busy in the Burg. We've actually stolen that from you, that moniker. Yeah, so we've used that a couple times.
I expect compensation.
Okay. That's why you have me here today. No, so things are very busy. We just did our 16th annual National Night Out event last Tuesday.
How was that?
There were over 600 attendees.
Wow. Was that the biggest one you've ever had?
I think the first year was about the same, might have been a little bigger. And you know how things are. There's so many things for families to do this time of the year, vacations and getting ready for school and trips and all that other stuff. So to have 600 people come out was great. We had the McBerry band there. We had a canine demonstration. Trooper 3, the Maryland helicopter, state police helicopter landed. So, you know, we had great support from our other first responders, not only our police department, but our fire and EMS. And then this year we did something a little differently. I think the last time we were here, we talked about, you know, the food pantry and all communities struggle with folks that need that support and assistance. Smithsburg is no different. So,
and you had people bring in a can.
We did.
Yes.
So the council members, I think all of the council but one member participated with some sort of donation or contribution. Our EMS, our fire department, our police department, our vendors, our businesses like the Dixie Diner, all contributed. We had over 1,600 donated non-perishable items to top of this table, which equated to over 1,600 pounds of food. So
that's incredible.
It was. And just to see the amount of the individuals, right? Like, so you always hear that any donation helps. And to see small children and families come up with just one can or two cans, it's not always the cases that people bring in. They help, and we love that. But just to see our community come out and support and rally around that, and it was a great time. So, like I said, our police department, our chief Marker, who does a great job in his department, organizing this and putting this together. And then we had Clucking Around Chicken there to give out hamburgers and hot dogs. All of that is free to the public.
Yeah, that's nice.
So ice cream. So we had the whole thing. So hopefully, you know, year 17 will be better than year 16, and we'll see how this goes.
The canine demonstration, I don't know if I told you this or not. Did you have somebody actually get into a bite suit?
Yep.
Did I tell you that I did that before?
You may have mentioned that you've done that before.
They needed, I don't remember what town it was in, but they needed a volunteer in the bite suit to demonstrate how the canines, how well trained they are and how powerful they are. And Tiny was like, oh, Katie will do it.
Yeah.
And stupidly, I'm like, yeah, sure, that sounds fun. I mean, it didn't hurt at all, obviously. We were very protected, but it was scary. I mean,
I'm sure, yeah.
My back was to the dog, and I believe they speak to them in German. The commands are in German,
Yes.
or another language.
It's another language.
Yes. So you obviously can't give them the commands. So I didn't know what he was saying behind me, but I knew it was coming. And he said something. The dog went, took my arm, took me to the ground, and was spinning me around. And it was, I don't know what the word is, exhilarating, terrifying, interesting.
Probably all of the
yes,
above. Yeah.
It was a really cool experience. And I know everybody who was watching it also thought like, wow, that's impressive, because you never get to see anything like that.
Well, and you never want to be on the other end of that in a regular experience,
yes,
right?
Of course.
So, don't commit crime.
Yes. It's not fun without the bite suit.
No, did they have you run away from the dog or just stand and wait?
I stood, and I had my arm out, and then they just, whatever words they said, and then boom, he just took me down.
Wow. Now, good for you. Well,
Yes.
I don't know if it was a smart play, but
it's
good
the
for you.
things that I get roped into, because I'm down for anything.
Well, I hear that, but I'm a little disappointed in Tiny that, he shifted the responsibility of that to you.
No, he was there rolling with the video camera.
Okay.
That was his responsibility that day.
Well, the next time I see him, I'll have to, or maybe we'll get him to volunteer his time at one of these events.
I love that.
So no, that was a great event, and now we're transitioning into the rest of our fall schedule. We've got our Third in the Burg this Saturday, August 16th. It'll be downtown Smithsburg. Unfortunately, the Economic Development Commission has made the decision that this will be the last one of the season. Again, as I mentioned before, there's so many things to do this time of the year. We, like every other community, struggle with volunteers to run these events. So they're going to change their mindset of maybe not hosting as many events, but going out to more events and promoting the town that way. So this Saturday will be the last Third in the Burg for this season. It'll be again downtown Smithsburg. It will run from 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock. We've got a Beach Boys tribute band, the Beach Bums, coming into play.
Oh, cool.
So they'll play periodically through that time period. Somehow you talked about getting roped into doing certain things. It seems like every time they want to do a dunk tank.
Well, of course, you're
my
there.
phone rings like there's no
course.
tomorrow. Everyone enjoys coming out and throwing baseballs at the mayor.
Of course.
So myself, along with some other familiar faces in Smithsburg, like Candy Blessing, who is our 3-time Olympian, will be in the dunk tank. We've got a couple business owners, Jamie Fogel, who owns the Artist Palette, will be in the dunk tank. We've got a DJ in our local area, Jim, that does a lot of DJing for us, is going to jump in there. And it's, again, another great cause, because we're asking those that come to either bring a non-perishable item, and they'll get a toss. For every non-perishable item they bring.
I like that. That's
or they can do a cash where they can $5 get you 3 tosses, and all of those proceeds will go to Tabitha's Table. So as we get transition from the fall, or from the summer to the fall, and then we eventually get into that holiday season, if we can help them stock up their pantry for those needing assistance during the year, getting into a dunk tank and being humiliated.
It's small. I mean, it's a small thing to do.
Now, the only thing I told the organizers was, we don't want any cheaters. You got to act. Yes.
Yeah, press it.
We don't want you coming up there and hitting the bullseye, 25 times in a row. We want you to earn.
Somebody's going to do it, though.
Well, they are.
You know that.
Now, there'll be plenty of police around that day. So
with canine demonstrations.
Demonstrations ready to go. So again, we'll have the Third in the Burg. It's a block party. It's a summer block party. So we're asking, inviting residents and those that are in the area or have never been to Smithsburg, come to Smithsburg 12 to 4 on Saturday downtown, and enjoy our summer block party.
And how many Third in the Burgs are you having to forego?
Just 2. So there would have been there, and we struggled with concepts and ideas.
Right. Because everyone was a little bit unique or themed, or
we tried to do that. You try to make them a little different. We were going to do like a farm to table kind of event. Ooh. It sounds great.
Love that.
It does, except for we live in a great area where there's a lot of farmers and a lot of agriculture. But a lot of the businesses had said, look, it's a lot easier for me to have you come to my location than it is to get my staff and to make it mobile, right? So we ran into that. We used to have a booming farmers market, and then the same thing kind of happened, that over time, if you don't have enough visitors and you don't have enough buying, you start looking at what the return of investment is, and then you make that decision. And then the last one was going to be a cider stroll. Again, great concept.
Great ideas, yes.
It's just a matter of trying to get the logistics worked out, have people there, and
bring it to fruition is always more difficult.
So like I said, our Economic Development Commission, who does a great job, all of our commissions do a great job with organizing and planning these events or maintaining our parks. Is just looking at how we can promote the brand of Smithsburg to get people to come visit, enjoy, and potentially maybe stay in Smithsburg. So we're just going to reimagine that concept, and like I said, we may make it a little more mobile and set up tents at other locations and events, and get the foot traffic without having all the manpower, volunteer hours, and all of that on the back end of it. So, but hey, if you're available, August 16th, Saturday, come down 12 to 4, bring a little cash, bring some canned goods, and dunk the mayor.
I wonder if that is that going to interfere at all? Is that going to hurt you guys with the August-Toberfest going on? Because it's pretty close,
It
right?
is. Yeah, I think it's the 15th, 16th, if I remember correctly. It's the same time. We run into that, and every municipality runs in with events that coincide with our events.
Yes, I'm sure. Okay.
But there are 24 hours in a day.
There are, and yes, we can get to all places.
And the August Oktoberfest is a Friday, Saturday. So, you can, and you almost have to drive, if you live in Smithsburg and you're going to that, you got to go through Smithsburg to get through it. So just check it out.
Absolutely.
Bring a can, bring a non-perishable, bring some cash, throw a couple baseballs at the dunk tank. And like I said, it's great when we can put, it's kind of like walking and chewing gum at the same time. When you can put two community events together, a block party for just hey, let's release and relax and have some fun, but at the same time have a good cause with it. And just like we did with National Night Out, we could honor our law enforcement and first responders, but at the same time raise awareness and get that support.
Give back to the community, absolutely. And so after the 16th, what would be the next thing that you're gearing up for? What's your first fall event?
So the biggest fall event we'll have is our Cinnamon Bun Fun Run.
Ooh!
Yes.
I'm sorry.
No. So I'll send the invite out again, like I always do to all of our events. One of these times, Katie will show up. But no, it'll be September 13th. So it's a Saturday, and registration for that, you can do it online. You can go to the Visit Smithsburg page on Facebook or visitsmithsburg.com. You can go to Smithsburg's Facebook page, town page, and or police department page. There's a QR code that you can scan to get registration information and to go ahead and register. I believe, in speaking with the chief last night at our meeting, we've got anywhere between 45 and 50 runners/walkers.
How long is it? Is it 5K?
There's a 5K and a 1K.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, exactly, right? But the beauty of this, there's twofold, right? So one, it is at the end of the run, whether it's the 5K or the 1K, we end up at Hadley Farms, which is our biggest sponsor of this event. And everyone gets a cinnamon bun.
That's amazing.
Hence the name Cinnamon Bun Fun Run. And last year, I believe Misty Meadows had created a specific ice cream for the event.
I love that.
And if you've ever had the pleasure of going into downtown Smithsburg when Hadley Farms is running one of their production lines of cinnamon buns.
Smelling it, yes.
Yeah. So we always try to invite the dignitaries up during those runs. So when we're out and exploring the town, they get that. But again, it's for a great cause because we're going to do this fun run, 5K, 1K. Registration on the day will start at 9 o'clock. You can register now, like I said, by using the QR code. The race will begin at 11. We'll start at Veterans Park. We'll be at the pavilion there in Veterans Park. And we're hoping this year that we can make it kind of like an excitable event beforehand with some music and some vendors and things like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
But everyone will start at the park. You can walk it, you can run it, you can jog it, you can do whatever you want. We'll end up at Hadley Farms. Everyone gets the cinnamon bun roll. There's a band that typically plays. But all of the proceeds from this event goes to our Shop of the Cop program.
Oh, for at Christmas time.
So
yes,
Christmas time,
yes.
Last year I believe we had over 40 families that were able to participate in this. Again, it's another community event that is sponsored and hosted by our police department and our police chief, Rob Marker, where again we'll work with Washington County Public Schools to identify those students and families that are in need at that time of the year. We take them to Walmart. Everyone gets a gift card or a limit up to, I believe last year was $300.
Yes,
they do have to get a coat, a hat, a pair of gloves, and shoes. Anything after that, they can spend on themselves or family members for Christmas. So we're looking to continue to improve and enhance that every year.
And so for the fun run, if you sign up earlier, do you save $5 or is it the same?
I think there is an early entry fee difference, but at least we've done that in the past. And there's a shirt. I know runners that typically run marathons and things like they get
to collect them. Sure.
So every year we've done a different color that's got the year on it. So if you register online pre-race, you're guaranteed to get one of those shirts. If you do it the day of, you run that risk if there's something there. But we encourage you to register as early as you can. And, we've been lucky that the weather has been great the last couple times. So we've got that in the morning. Then we've got our Smithsburg Goes Purple awareness event that'll happen in Veterans Park that afternoon.
Great.
So, to steal someone's moniker, we're always busy in the Burg.
You are. And, Donnie, it's always a pleasure to have you here. And so we have Third in the Burg coming up. Then we'll touch base again for the Cinnamon Bun Fun Run. And then, of course, we'll have you back and then move into what's going to be then almost the winter months already.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, no, this is great. I always love coming here and talking about everything Smithsburg and the purple and gold. And maybe, I don't know what your calendar looks like in September, but maybe 13th. We can get you to walk, run, jog.
Oh, no, I would run.
Okay.
I'm a runner. I do love 5Ks. And I do like the T-shirts. Is there a medal at all?
Yes. Last year they did give out medals.
Yeah, so, I do collect them.
Okay.
Yeah,
so I'll make sure that...
at least there's one for me.
There's one for you. So, but no, like I said, everything, these last couple events is really a community partnership between, the event hosted by either our police department, the town, our Economic Development Commission, but we're really trying to do that back-end support for those that are less fortunate.
Right.
And unfortunately, even in an area like Smithsburg, it's
everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Sure.
So if you can come out and participate and visit Smithsburg, we'd love to have you. So hope to see you Saturday the 16th. And if not, we'll see you in September.
Sounds good. Thank you, Donnie.
Thank you.
Of course.
If you'd like to be featured on an upcoming episode of Let's Talk Tri-State, call 717-597-9200 or email letstalk@921thegoat.com.